43. If you're looking for a Mindbender question, we're going to do it in about an hour right now because we've got Danny Goki with us, who's been hanging out for a few moments. We just got done hearing My Best Days Are Ahead of Me. Now, is this going to be the name of the CD?
Yeah, My Best Days is the name of the CD. It's just a reflection, I think, for where I'm in my life. So it's kind of this CD is kind of like a journey. I want people to experience what I felt in the studio, as I picked these songs and I recorded them. The CD. I have. I personally have so many different emotions. I like to be entertained. I like to be inspired. I like. There's an emotional side of me, and also there's a little spiritual side to me, and it's all on the CD, the album. I think people can really relate to it.
So, did it take you long to pick the songs? Was that agonizing?
Yeah, at times it was. It was because I wanted to make sure that it was me. And, with every song we did that, we put, kind of like my DNA into the song.
Right.
And did you have a say in the order that they went in?
Because no, I didn't. Actually, I didn't.
Only because I love a CD, because I like it to go from the beginning to the end and hear how it works.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Johnson had a CD out, and if there's a beginning, you needed to listen to it from the beginning to the end.
I know the producer had a strategy behind it, because the first song is my single, My Best Days Are Ahead of Me, and the last song is called I Will Not Say Goodbye. So we're saying this is to be continued.
Wow.
But that's good, because there are people that do care. I mean, you're going to get people that are going to pick and choose and do iTunes and pick a song here and pick a song there.
Right,
but I know as an artist and the producers, you want us to read your whole book. You want us to listen to it from the beginning.
And I think they did a really good job with doing that. I know there was a specific, reason why they put the songs in the way that they did.
Method to their madness.
Yes.
Danny Goki is our guest. He was on American Idol. Do you think you changed from the day that you decided to audition to where you are right now? Like, personally, was there stylists that came in and changed your look and your attitude and your outlook, or have you pretty much stayed the same from the day you walked in?
I think I will say it like this. I feel like I have changed. Even from stylist to my knowledge of music to everything across the board, even to the outside stuff. I know internally I felt like American Idol really revealed, I felt like, who I was, because the pressure was so intense. Like, the real me came out of me. And I just noticed how I worked under pressure, and I was like, man, for me it was like, okay, I see where I'm at, and I always want to be a person that keeps growing and getting better with myself. So I think I've just improved as a whole since I've come off that show.
And that says a lot, because so many people crack under the pressure.
Right.
And you see that. I mean, you see so much talent in that funnel come down to the very end, and for you to make it out, that's huge. It
was very close. I felt like at times I was going to crack. I really did. But it's like you just persevere and you keep pushing forward. And it's like, I'm so glad I did, though, because the reward always outweighs all the risk.
Yeah. Danny Goki, our guest. I'm looking over your song list selection from the show. I see Michael Jackson on here, and Carrie Underwood, The Temptations, Rascal Flatts, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So you had a pretty big, broad range.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with American Idol, because my experience has always been in gospel music, and I've always had that. Since I was growing up, I was raised in the church, and I've been influenced, with my life, with obviously different genres of music. And I think that's the unique thing about American Idol, how it was able to like, it helps define. I know Kara, one of her things is, well, you know who you are. I'll be honest, I didn't know who I was because my experience was only in one area. And I covered actually 4 country artists. I covered Mickey Gilley, Leanne Womack. I covered Rascal Flatts. That's a flax. Rascal Flatts and Carrie Underwood. And it was my choice. I wanted to choose country because I love, I have a story background, and I love telling stories when I sing, and I love connecting with the audience. I love just being real, and I know you can be real, in country music, and it's a soulful country album. We definitely have made I think a unique touch on our album, and I really think people are going to enjoy it.
That is the cool thing about this format, because a lot of the folks in this format, they really are. They're down to earth, they're real, and there's not a lot of pretense that's going on.
No, there's not, and that's just not me. I can't be the guy, who I can't be the untouchable. Ooh, that's so and so. I'm like, hey, I'm me. I like to sing, and I like to do charity work. I like to go water skiing.
But that's going to outweigh anything else. I mean, you see so many people get all the way to the top, and they are kind of that untouchable, and they kind of forget where they came from. So we're going to remind you that in 2 years.
And think about it. That's something I keep in the forefront of my mind, because I just can't say right now, oh, I'll never change. Change will, if you don't guard yourself, this industry will mess you up, and that's one thing music industry in general. I don't want to become jaded.
Yeah.
My whole focus is, especially from where I came from, like you said. I've seen it all, I feel like. Not all, but I've seen a lot of stuff in my lifetime. And I really want my music to really connect with people. I want to use my story to help people. And at the same time, I want to entertain these people. I love getting on the stage and doing that.
But, in the course of a show, it would be nice to see people laugh, smile, cry, and then laugh again.
And and honestly, that's where I want to take it. Here's what I see. Not only did American Idol give me hope, but Sophia's Heart. I started an organization called Sophia's Heart Foundation to keep my wife's memory alive. And we've given away scholarships. We funded a music and arts program. We fed over 1,000 people for Thanksgiving. We've given bikes away, backpacks. We raised money for Haiti. But here's what I see. When I go on tour, I just want to be the entertainment. But we're going to have video packages of kids that we've touched. And we just want them to say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I was involved in this. And I think it can inspire at the same time and entertain. And I think you reach more of a person well-rounded that way as opposed to just one thing. And people, I think they'll remember that.
I think people, no matter how you touch them, you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And it means so much to people if they get serious for a minute, because it's not all about laughs.
Exactly. And bottom line, I feel like my music is about people. You got to remember, you can't neglect the people who actually bought your album and who got you to where you are. I never, ever want to do that. And I give you permission, and everyone listening on the radio, to knock me around and slap me.
All right, you heard that, Newman.
You heard me. Newman looks like he can handle his business.
It's all good. Danny Gokey, our guest. We're going to take another quick break, come back, and hear some live music from Danny next on Bob 94.9.